upstairs. Top of the day, beautiful people. Top of the day, but Twabble. The upstairs moving around. Somebody just dropped something on the floor. If you heard that, that's what that loud noise was. It was probably my daughter trying to get the iPad off the top of my nightstand. She probably knocked something over. I hope it wasn't my laptop, because that's what it sounded like. Oh, that's what it sounded like. But anyway, top of the day, beautiful people. Betwabu, Betwabu, Betwabu. It is Monday. I believe it's also Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Martin Luther the King. So, I don't know. Are schools out today? I don't know, because I'm like homeschooling my kids. I think they out, because I don't even hear any buses, and we literally got a high school right across the street from us. I think they might be out today. Maybe. I don't know. All right, y'all. But anyway, they should be. It's a federal holiday, right? Yeah, it's crazy, because, I don't know, cars still rolling up in there. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. I really don't care. Okay, but anyway, today is Monday, January the 20th, 2020. It is January the 20th, 2020. All right, y'all. It is day 50 of year 2 of reading through the book of instructions and the prophets. We're in Numbers 31, 32, and 33. And guess what? Tomorrow is the last day of reading Numbers. Want to hear something funny? This morning while I was pulling myself together to get on down here to do this video, I was thinking about something that I had been learning in the past recent days, and my sister sent me a text about something that she noticed. You know how scriptures talk about the eye of singleness and stuff and different things. But anyway, she poured out in the Old Testament how Balaam, the son of Beor, his eye was pure, and then down below it said his eyes being open, so we clearly know it's, talking about the spiritual eye. Some people call it the third eye, or different cultures call it different things, but it's the pineal gland, the seat of the soul, the seat of the teacher, right? But I was like, I didn't catch that before, but she caught it, she sent it to me, so I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I didn't catch that. So I just standing in the bathroom, was washing my face and everything. I'm like, just talking to y'all. And then I said something. I was like, Father, it was a question in regards to this. And you know how when you're learning new stuff, especially if you're coming out of the Christian world, sometimes some things like, ooh, I don't know. Some things seem kind of spooky. I call it to put the boogeyman at the door, right? So I asked the question. I'm like, Father, you just gotta, I'm looking more into this, But what was funny was I had said a couple other things, then I giggling, laughing, And then I heard him say to me, well, the more you know, the more you grow, right? And I paused, and I'm like, wait a minute. Did you just PBS special me? You guys know what PBS is. It's like Channel 15 here in Virginia. It's like the after school network for kids. They show all like Reading Rainbow. They got the PBS after school specials and stuff like that. It just sounded like the little phrase. It's like, the more you know, the more you grow. So when I heard him say that, I just started giggling. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you just PBS special me? So I thought it was pretty funny this morning. So let me go ahead and start with my reading today. We're in Numbers 31, 32, and 33. All right. It ain't that long, y'all. All right. Numbers chapter 31. And Yahuwah spake unto Massa, saying, avenge the children of Esau, and Midianites. Afterward thou shalt be gathered unto thy people. And Massa spake unto the people, saying, arm some of yourselves unto the war, and let them go against some of the Midianites, and avenge Yahuwah of Midian. Every tribe of 1,000 throughout all the tribes of Esau ye shall send to the war. So there were delivered out of the thousands of Esau 1,000 of every tribe, 12,000 armed for war. And Massa sent them to war, and thousands of every tribe, them and Phinehas the son of Eleazar the priest, to the war, with the holy instruments and the trumpets to blow in his hand. And they warred against the Midianites, and Yahuwah commanded Massa, and they slew all the males. And they slew the kings of Midian beside the rest of them that were slain, namely Evi and Rechem, and Zur and Hur and Reba, 5 kings of Midian. Balaam also the son of Beor they slew with the sword. Also, and the children of Esau took all the women of Midian captive, and their little ones, and took the spoil of all their cattle, and all their flocks, and all their goods. And they burnt all their cities where they dwelt, and all their goodly castles with fire. And they took all the spoil and all the prey, both of men and of beasts, and they brought the captives and the prey and the spoil unto Massa, which is Moses, and Eleazar the priest, and unto the congregation of the children of Yisrael, unto the camp at the plains of Moab, which are by the Jordan near Jericho, and Massa, which is Moses, and Eleazar the priest, and all the princes of the congregation went forth to meet without the camp. And Massa was wroth with the officers of the host, and the captains over thousands, and captains over 100, which came from the battle. And Massa said unto them, Have ye saved all the women alive? Behold, these caused the children of Yisrael through the counsel of Balaam to commit trespass against Yahuwah in the manner of Peor, and there was a plague among the congregation of Yahuwah. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known a man by lying with him. But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves, and do ye abide without the camp 7 days. Whosoever hath killed any person, and whosoever hath touched any slain, but purify both yourselves and your captives on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and purify all your raiment, and all that is made of skins, and all the work of goat's hair, and all the things made of wood. And Eleazar the priest said unto the men of war which went to the battle, This is the ordinance of the law which Yahuwah commanded Moses. Only the gold and the silver, the brass, the iron, and the tin, and the lead, everything that may abide the fire, ye shall take it through the fire, and it shall be clean. Nevertheless, it shall be purified with water, with the water of separation, and all that abideth not the fire ye shall make go through the water. And ye shall wash your clothes on the 7th day, and ye shall be clean, and afterwards ye shall come into the camp. And Yahuwah spake unto Massa, saying, Take the sum of the prey that was taken, both of man and of beast, thou and Eleazar the priest, and the chief fathers of the congregation, and divide the prey into 2 parts between them that took war upon them, who went out to battle, and between all the congregation, and levy a tribute unto Yahuwah of the men of war which went out to battle. 1 soul of 500, both of the persons, and of the beeves, and of the asses, and of the sheep. Take it of their half, give it unto Eleazar the priest, for a heave offering unto Yahuwah. And the children of Yisrael's half, thou shalt take 1 portion of 50, of the persons, of the beeves, of the asses, and of the flocks, of all manner of beasts. Give them unto the Levites, which keep the charge of the tabernacle of Yahuwah. And Massa and Eleazar the priest did as Yahuwah commanded Moses. And the booty, being the rest of the prey which the men of war had caught, was 600,000, and 70,000, and 5,000 sheep, and 12,000 beeves, and 1,000 asses.
Mom,
yes.
Is it pizza?
Okay, go get your plate from upstairs. Tell Dad to give you your plate from upstairs. Remember, you left it upstairs. Go get your plate. And 32,000 persons in all, of women that had not known a man by lying with him. And the half, which was the portion of them that went out to war, was in number 300,007, and 30,500 sheep. And Yahuwah's tribute of the sheep was 615. And the beeves were 36,000, of which Yahuwah's tribute was 312. And the asses were 30,500, of which Yahuwah's tribute was 301. And the persons were 16,000, of which Yahuwah's tribute was 32 persons. And Massa gave tribute, which was Yahuwah's heave offering, unto Eleazar the priest, and Yahuwah commanded, as Yahuwah commanded Massa. And the children of Yisrael's half, which Massa divided from the men that warred, now the half that pertained unto the congregation was 300,000, and 30,000, and 7,500 sheep, and 36,000 beeves, and 30,000 asses, and 516,000 persons, even the children of Yisrael's half. And Massa took 1 portion of 50, both of man and beast, and gave them unto the Levites, which kept the charge of the tabernacle of Yahuwah, as Yahuwah commanded Massa. Okay, thank you. And the officers which were over 1,000 of the host, the captains of 1,000, and captains of hundreds, came near unto Massa. And they said unto Massa, The servants have taken a sum of men of war which are under our charge, and there lacketh not one man of us. And we have therefore brought an oblation for Yahuwah, when every man hath gotten jewels of gold, chains and bracelets, rings, earrings, and tablets. Okay, Tootie. To make an atonement for our souls before Yahuwah. And Massa and Eleazar took the priests of gold. And Massa and Eleazar, the priests, took the gold of them, even all wrought jewels. Yes.
Mommy.
You know, we're going to need a knife to do that. You can kind of just break it. Take the kweba, the one out in the middle. And you know how to heat this up. Just break it right here. You don't need that. Put it back. Okay, 2. Stop. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Wait. Okay, go ahead. All right, you got it, girl. And the officers which were over 1,000 of the host, the captains of thousands, and captains of hundreds, came near unto Massa. And they said unto Massa, Thy servants have taken the sum of men of war, which are under our charge, and there lacketh not one man of us. We have therefore brought an oblation for Yahuwah, what every man hath gotten of jewels of gold, chains, bracelets, rings, earrings, and tablets, to make an atonement for our souls before Yahuwah. And Massa and Eleazar the priest took the gold of them, even all wrought jewels. Josh, do me a favor, break a piece out. Heat that up, please. Sit that down. And all the gold of the offering that they offered to Yahuwah of the captains of thousands and of the captains of hundreds was 16,750 shekels. For the men of war had taken spoil every man for himself. Look, leave that long. Stop. Thank you. And Massa and Eleazar the priest took the gold of the captains of thousands, of hundreds, and brought them into the tabernacle of the congregation for a memorial for the children of Yisrael before Yahuwah. All right, chapter 32 of Numbers. Now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle. And when they saw the land of Jazer and the land of Gilead, that, behold, the place was a place for cattle, the children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spake unto Massa and to Eleazar the priest, and unto the priests of the congregation, saying, Ataroth and Dibon and Jazer and Nimrah and Heshbon and Eliah and Shebam and Nebo and Beon, even the country which Yahuwah smote before the congregation of Yisrael, is a land for cattle, and thy servants have cattle. Wherefore they said, If we have found grace in thy sight, let this land be given unto thy servants for a possession, and bring us not over the Jordan. And Massa said unto the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, Shall your brethren go to war, and ye sit here? And wherefore discourage ye the heart of the children of Yisrael from going over into the land which Yahuwah hath given? Hey, heat it up, Josh. Take 2. Break those 2 off the end. Give her the 2 out the middle right there. Thus did your fathers when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. For they went up into the valley of Eshcol and saw the land, and discouraged the heart of the children of Yisrael that they should not go into the land which Yahuwah had given them. And Yahuwah's anger was kindled at the same time, and he sware, saying, Surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, Isaac, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, and Joshua the son of Nun, for they have wholeheartedly followed Yahuwah. And Yahuwah's anger was kindled against Yisrael, and he made them to wander in the wilderness for 40 years, until all the generation that had done evil in his sight was consumed. And behold, ye are risen up in your father's stead, an increase of sinful men, to augment yet the fierce anger of Yahuwah towards Yisrael. For if ye turn away from after him, he will yet again leave them in the wilderness, and ye shall destroy all this people. And they came near unto him and said, We will build sheepfolds here for our cattle and cities for our little ones. But we ourselves will go ready armed before the children of Yisrael until we have brought them up to their place. And our little ones shall dwell in the fenced cities because of the inhabitants of the land. We will not return unto our houses until the children of Yisrael have inherited every man his inheritance, for we will not inherit with them on yonder side of Jordan or forward, because our inheritance is falling to us on this side, Jordan eastward. And Massa said unto them, if ye will do this thing, if you will go armed before Yahuwah to war,
Joshua, help me!
and will go, all of you armed over the Jordan before Yahuwah, then until he have driven out his enemies before him, and the land be subdued before Yahuwah, then afterward ye shall return and be guiltless before Yahuwah and before ye shall leave, and this land shall be your possession before Yahuwah. Hey, y'all, chill. But if you would not do so, behold, ye have sinned against Yahuwah, and be sure your sin will find you out. Build your cities for your little ones, and folds for your sheep, and do that which proceedeth out of your mouth. And the children of Gad and the children of Reuben spake unto Massa, saying, thy servants will do as my Lord commandeth. Our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and all our cattle shall be there in the cities of Gilead. But thy servants will pass over, every man armed for war, before Yahuwah to battle, as my Lord said. So concerning them, Massa commanded Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun, and the chief fathers of the tribes of the children of Yisrael. And Massa said unto them, if the children of Gad and the children of Reuben will pass with you over the Jordan, every man armed to battle before Yahuwah, and the land shall be subdued before you, then ye shall give them the land of Gilead for a possession. But if they will not pass over with you armed, they shall have possession among you in the land of Canaan. And the children of Gad and the children of Reuben answered, said, as Yahuwah hath said unto thy servants, so we will do. We will pass over armed before Yahuwah into the land of Canaan, that the possession of our inheritance on this side of the Jordan may be ours. And Massa gave unto them even the children of Gad, and to the children of Reuben, and to the half tribe of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, the king of Sodom, Sihon, king of the Amorites, and the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, the land, with the cities thereof in the coast, even the cities of the country round about. And the children of Gad built Dibon, and Ataroth, and Arah, and Ataroth, Chopin, and Jazer, and Jigbihah, and Beth Nerah, and Beth Horon, fenced cities, and sheep, and folds for sheep. And the children of Reuben built Heshbon, and Eliah, and Kirjathaim, and Nebo, and Baalameon, their names being changed, and Shibmath, and gave other names unto the cities they built. And the children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, went to Gilead, and took it, and dispossessed the Amorite which was in it. And Massa gave Gilead unto Machir, the son of Manasseh, and he dwelt there. And Jair, the son of Manasseh, went and took the small towns thereof, and called them Havoth Jair. And Nobah went and took Kenath and the villages thereof, and called it Nobah after his own name. Last chapter for today, Numbers chapter 33. All right, y'all. It's a lot of it's 56 verses, and it's a lot of names here that I might mispronounce. So forgive me ahead of time. These are the journeys of the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt with their armies under the hand of Massa and Aaron. And Massa wrote their goings out according to their journey, and by the commandment of Yahuwah. And these are their journeys according to their going out. And they departed from Ramses in the first month, on the 15th day of the first month, on the morrow after the Passover. The children of Yisrael went out with a high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians. For the Egyptians buried all their firstborn which Yahuwah had smitten among them upon their gods. Also Yahuwah executed judgments. And the children of Yisrael removed from Ramses and pitched in Succoth. And they departed from Succoth and pitched in Etham, which is in the edge of the wilderness. And they removed from Etham and turned again unto Pith-Heroth, which is before Baal-Zephon. And they pitched before Migdol. And they departed from before Pih-Hahiroth, and passed through the midst of the sea in the wilderness, and went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham, and pitched in Marah. And they removed from Marah and came unto Elam. And Elam there were 12 fountains of water, and 70 palm trees, and they pitched there. And they removed from Elam and encamped by the Red Sea. And they removed from the Red Sea and encamped in the wilderness of Sin. And they took their journey out of the wilderness of Sin and encamped in Dafka. And they departed from Dafka and encamped in Alush, and removed from Alush and encamped at Rephidim, and there was no water there for the people to drink. And they departed from Rephidim and pitched in the wilderness of Sinai. And they removed from the desert of Sinai and pitched in Kibroth Hattaavah. And departed from Kibroth Hattaavah and encamped at Hazeroth. And they departed from Hazeroth and pitched in Rithmah. And they departed from Rithmah and pitched at Rimmon Parez. And they departed from Rimmon Parez and pitched in Libnah. And they removed from Libnah and pitched at Rissah. And they journeyed from Rissah and pitched in Kehelatha. And went from Kehelatha and pitched in Mount Shapher. And they removed from Mount Shapher and encamped at Haradah. And they removed from Haradah and pitched in Makheloth. And they removed from Makheloth and encamped at Tahath. And they departed from Tahath and pitched at Tarah. And they removed from Tarah and pitched at Mithkah. And they went from Mithkah and pitched in Hashmonah. And they departed from Hashmonah and encamped at Moseroth. And they departed from Moseroth and pitched in Beni Jaakan. And they removed from Beni Jaakan and encamped at Horhagidgad. And they went from Horhagidgad and pitched in Jobathah. And they removed from Jobathah and encamped at Ebronah. And they parted from Ebronah and encamped at Ezion-Gaber. And they removed from Ezion-Gaber and they pitched in the wilderness of Zin, which is Kadesh. And they removed from Kadesh and pitched to Mount Hor in the edge of the land of Edom. And Aaron the priest went up into Mount Hor at the commandment of Yahuwah and died there in the 40th year after the children of Yisrael were come out of the land of Egypt, in the first day of the 5th month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hor. And King Arad, the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south in the land of Canaan, heard the coming of the children of Yisrael, and they departed from Mount Hor and pitched in Zalmanah, and departed from Zalmanah and pitched in Punan, and they departed from Punan and pitched in Obath, and they departed from Obath and pitched in Abarim and in the border of Moab, and they departed from Im and pitched in Dibon-Gad, and they removed from Dibon-Gad and encamped in Almadilathaim. And they removed from Almadilathaim and pitched in the mountains of Abarim before Nebo. And they departed from the mountains of Abarim and pitched in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho. And they pitched by Jordan from Beth Jesh-Emoth even unto Abel Shittim in the plains of Moab. And Yahuwah spake unto Massa in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho, saying, Speak unto the children of Yisrael and say to them, When ye are passed over into the Jordan, into the land of Canaan, and then ye shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you, to destroy all their pictures and destroy all their molten images, and quite pluck down all their high places. And ye shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land and dwell therein, for I have given you the land to possess it. And ye shall divide the land by lot for an inheritance among your families. And the more ye shall give, the more inheritance, and the fewer ye shall give, the less inheritance. Every man's inheritance shall be in the place where his lot falleth. According to the tribes of your fathers ye shall inherit. But if ye will not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall come to pass that those which ye let remain of them shall be pricks in your eyes, and thorns in your sides, and shall vex you in the land where you dwell. Moreover, it shall come to pass that I shall do unto you as I thought to do unto them. And that, our beautiful people, is our reading for today. Numbers chapter 31, 32, and 33. It is Monday, January the 20th, 2020, day 50 of year 2 of reading through the books of instruction and the prophets. Remember, tomorrow is our last day in the book of Numbers, and we begin in the book of Deuteronomy, and then we will carry on. All right, y'all. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and do this blessing. May Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May he lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace, or his shalom, his salama, his wholeness in every area of our lives, y'all. So with that being said, I love y'all, and I will see you on the morrow. Peace.